If you are thinking of starting a new business, or actually you're already working on a self-employed basis, you may be wondering whether or not it would be beneficial to set up a limited company. There are 3 key benefits associated with running a limited company in the UK. On incorporation of a limited company in the UK, limited liability protection is afforded to the directors and shareholders of the business, because from a legal and tax perspective you actually become separate entities. Whilst that brings some tax advantages, it also means that if there's any debt in the company or any legal claims against the company, actually you as an individual and your assets are protected, subject of course to having the sufficient insurance policies in place. From the outside looking in, there is a perception that a limited company actually provides a more solid and reliable business structure than operating as a self-employed person. Many of your clients may also require you to be a limited company for that very reason, and also to protect themselves against IR35. There are clear tax advantages to operating as a limited company in the UK. Most small businesses that I speak to actually don't perceive that there is a tax advantage to them incorporating, and believe that those tax advantages are only afforded to larger businesses, when actually the largest amount of the tax saving comes in the smallest earnings bracket. For a self-employed person that's got taxable profits of £30,000 a year, they would save about £2,000 in tax by incorporating their business. There are some key additional items that you should consider before trading as a limited company. There are increased tax filings associated with trading as a limited company, and these are also legal requirements, so they must be met, or as penalties will be incurred by the directors. There is a set of annual accounts which need to be filed at Companies House, and those accounts will actually be shown on the public record, as well as a separate annual return form and some corporation tax forms which need to go to HMRC. All of these items are included in our limited company fixed fee offering. As a limited company is actually a separate legal entity from you as a director and a shareholder of the business, you have a very clear legal requirement to manage the affairs of the company under the Companies Act, in addition to making sure that all of the filing requirements are met. The majority of expenses that you can claim for tax purposes are the same for limited companies as they are for self-employed individuals, so there isn't really much of a change if you're incorporating your business. A few key things to watch out for are things like motor expenses, because in a limited company you actually claim mileage, because cars are very tax inefficient, and items such as dividend planning, salary and pensions, and those are things that we would work through with you as part of our fixed fee offering. If you're setting up a company for the first time and setting up in business for the first time, and you think that that business may incur a loss, then there is actually a very clear tax advantage to operating as a self-employed individual as opposed to a limited company. And that really is something that you should contact us about if you'd like to discuss that further. These days, the process of setting up a limited company in the UK is very straightforward, and there are many ways of doing that online on a same-day basis. We actually offer a fixed fee package, which is £95 plus VAT. That includes a same-day incorporation of the company and actually all of the tax registrations associated with that, including corporation tax, payroll and VAT. And that's not something that's offered by many of the agents out there.